I am not just saying this because she is mine, but my cat is unbelievably cute. Cookie Dough, that is her name. She has a perfectly round little face, huge eyes, and a soft round body that makes her look like a toy. Everyone who meets her falls in love. Cookie Dough loves being outside. I have tried everything to make her happy indoors. She has climbing trees toys and laser pointers. I spend a lot of time playing with her, but no matter what I do, she sits by the door for hours begging to go out. After a while, I gave in. I started taking her out on a leash. She would roll on the concrete and nibble on the grass, completely content. After a few minutes, I would bring her back inside. She is very good about it too. Once we come in, she does not ask to go out again for the rest of the day until the next morning. I also noticed she is much happier on the days I let her outside compared to when I don't. She has her rabies shot, and I give her flea treatment that I buy from the vet. Eventually, I started letting her go out on her own while keeping the door open. I always stayed close by, either cleaning or watching something inside. But I checked on her often. It became our little routine. She would wander around for a few minutes, then come running back the moment I called her. I trained her to do that with treats. One day, when I was coming out to bring her in, which I usually do by calling her name from inside in a loud voice, I saw my neighbor crouched near Cookie Dough, reaching out as if to touch her. The second she saw me, she stood up quickly and backed away. She said, "Oh, is that your cat?" smiling oddly. "Yes," I said. "That is Cookie Dough. You met her before." She gave a weird little laugh. "Oh, I do not remember. Well, have a nice day." Then she turned and walked away. I thought to myself that was odd. And I know for a fact that she knows Cookie Dough is mine. Just a few weeks ago, she spoke to me and I introduced her to Cookie Dough. I just brushed it off. A week later, I saw her again crouched low, with her hand out like she was holding something. When she noticed me, she stood up fast and hurried away. Cookie Dough stayed still and never went near her, as she doesn't just walk up to strangers and will back away if you get too close. Once again, it just felt odd. Why is she walking away? I don't mind if she is trying to pet Cookie Dough. I would even bring her over if she stayed. Again, I brushed it off and told myself what a strange lady she is. Then came the day I had left Cookie Dough outside longer than I usually do. I was on the phone with my sister, and she was telling me important news. When I suddenly realized how long it had been, I panicked and ran out. Cookie Dough wasn't there. I completely panicked and immediately started looking around and calling her name. After searching for several more minutes, I found her near my neighbor's yard. I grabbed her and kissed her, relieved. What's strange is that when I looked at the ground, I saw a trail of cat treats scattered all over. I wondered who put those there. Could it be my neighbor? But I know she doesn't have a cat. I didn't care much at that moment because I was just worried about Cookie Dough and took her inside. Since that day, I decided there was no more going out. The thought of losing her terrified me, but then the begging started again. Because she had gotten used to going outside, she cried nonstop. She would refuse to do anything and sometimes wouldn't even eat. I decided if I was going to let her outside again, I had to be extra careful. So, I bought an air tag for her collar and installed a camera that captures the entire front yard. In the beginning, I would stay with her the whole time. But eventually, I slipped back into my old routine. I started going inside to do random things. But this time, I streamed the camera feed to my big TV so I could keep an eye on her. One afternoon, as I was doing the dishes and watching Cookie Dough on the screen, I saw my neighbor walking slowly toward my yard. She kept glancing around, as if checking to see who was nearby. Then she crouched low and whispered something. I could read her lips. "Here, kitty kitty." It looked like she had food or treats in her hand. Cookie Dough lifted her head and sniffed the air, which confirmed it. My neighbor inched closer, quiet and careful. Cookie Dough took a few steps back. Then my neighbor looked directly toward my house, checking if I was there. I stayed silent, my heart pounding. I could see her getting closer and closer. I wanted to run outside right away, but part of me was frozen, trying to understand why she was acting like this. Was she really trying to take cookie dough? I stepped closer to the screen and kept watching. My neighbor moved slowly, still looking toward the door as if expecting me to come out. Thankfully, Cookie Dough kept backing away from her. When I saw her get too close enough that it looked like she might grab her, I couldn't take it anymore. I screamed, "Cookie Dough," and ran outside. My neighbor was already at the end of the driveway, walking fast. I caught a glimpse of her face before she turned away. I didn't know what to think or why my neighbor was acting like this. Was she really trying to steal my cat? Ever since I met her, she has always been strange and unsettling. I'm always polite to people, and I've always been kind to her too. But something about her has never felt right. That night, Cookie Dough slept beside me, purring like nothing ever happened. But when I looked out the window, I saw the faint glow of a phone screen across the yard. And I swear, I saw her watching us. I was too scared to even check the camera footage. Now, I stay with Cookie Dough the entire time she's outside and bring her in right after. I make sure every door and window is locked because I am genuinely scared.